Naruto series is about a young man who lives in a world of ninjas trying to become the Hokage, king of ninjas of his village. And well, you already know what Pokemon are. Pokemon are the cute little destructive creatures
that every 10-year-old parades around with.
So, what if we combined these two and had Pokemon based on the legendary shinobi of Naruto? Well, thanks to the Panio, we have just that. And today, we'll be going over the 3 amazing starter Pokemon that you can choose from in this brand new Naruto-inspired Pokemon region. Starting with this cute little critter, Sakurab, the grass-type Pokemon, who's based off of the character Sakura, who's known for summoning slugs with her summoning jutsu. The idea of this Pokemon is to reflect Sakura's character from the early days of the series, where she'd kind of hide in the bushes watching Sasuke from a distance. Not really super combative yet, this Pokemon is more of a defensive, wait their turn kind of Pokemon, which makes it a great starter for new trainers who are looking for an easy to train partner Pokemon. As for its abilities, it does get some nice options that lend to a more survivability build, but that all changes once your Sakurab evolves at level 16. That's when it becomes a Sakambat, the grass fighting type snail warrior Pokemon. Now bipedal and sporting that famous Mrs. Tsunade's diamond marking, this Pokemon isn't just looking to hide in the bushes. In fact, it's a way more combative Pokemon, which is further enforced with its stats. It's able to battle strong Pokemon toe for toe. What does that even mean? Pokemon don't have toes. This design is to reflect Sakura's development as the series progressed, showcasing her evolution into her own masterful ninja self. This Pokemon also has moves that lend to recovery like Mega Drain and Synthesis, which further reflects Sakura's character to a T. But that's only the second stage, and well, it wouldn't be a starter Pokemon without a final 3rd stage evolution. And Sakambat is no different, because once you reach level 35, your Sakambat will evolve into a Sakorier, the grass-fighting Blossom Warrior Pokemon. Now fully matured, this Pokemon well-rounded stats is what makes it a great pick for new trainers. That, along with the moveset, it allows access to allowing it to be fully offensive with moves like Close Combat and Leaf Blade, or you want to go defensive? By all means, go defensive with moves like Bulk Up and Spiky Shield. But that's not all. It also has extremely good utility with moves like Leech Seed and Drain Punch. All in all, Sakorier is a great Pokemon that's known to be a loyal partner Pokemon with expert combat precision, allowing it to cut down any obstacle between it and its trainer's path. But that's only the first Pokemon in today's video, and we still have 2 more Pokemon to check out. And next up is everybody's favorite pick, and that's Narutad, the fighting type tadpole Pokemon based off of none other than Naruto Uzumaki himself, or rather his summoning jutsu toads. This Pokemon design is to reflect Naruto's early sillier days in the series, where he didn't take too many things too seriously and was just kind of an airhead for the most part. Because of that, this Pokemon is a bit more difficult for new trainers to raise, but still makes a great choice if you're looking for a fun, happy-go-lucky, spirited Pokemon to be your partner. Its stats suggest he's fast like the wind and can hit pretty hard, but can't take too much in return. His abilities are also geared toward the character this Pokemon is based off of, but at the end of the day, he's just a whale guy. So once your Narutad reaches level 16, it'll evolve into Naru Frog, the fighting type fighter frog Pokemon, who's probably one of the coolest frog Pokemon we have ever seen, and trust me, there are a bunch of really cool looking frogs. Now, before you guys start going crazy in the comments like, but he's summoning stones, not frogs, and why is he named Naruto? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know, but I really feel like Narutoad is a bit on the nose, don't you think? Actually, maybe you guys are right. Missed opportunity there. Anyway, this stage is based on Naruto when he first started learning the Rasengan, which is why this Pokemon has access to moves like Aerial Ace, as well as some other interesting utility moves. This Pokemon's stats still make it really fast and offensive, but this stage is finally starting to take hits a bit better. But that's not even close to this Pokemon's final form, because once your Naru Frog, oh man, reaches level 35, 35, it'll evolve into Sage Froga, the fighting flying type Sage Frog Pokemon. Yup, that's it. Stats impeccable. Abilities astounding. I mean, just look at that Aerialate. With the new flying typing, this Pokemon is going to do insane damage, especially when you realize that it has access to moves like Body Slam, Thrash, Double Slap, and Giga Impact? I mean, what's not to love about this Pokemon? And don't you say its name, damn it. But I did mention before that this starter is a bit harder for new trainers to raise, and that's also because of it having a Mega Evolution. You see, once you Mega Evolve it, you'll get this form. Mega Sage Froga, the ghost flying type with the new ability Gale Wings. Its stats also make it a very scary threat, but for those who think they can raise their little bitty Narutods into this giant beast of a Mega Pokemon, well then I think you might be in the right place. But that means we're down to our final starter Pokemon, and this one is the hardest Pokemon for new trainers to train. You think you'll be able to train this little guy? Meet Sawsnake, the dark-type Shadow Snake Pokemon, based off of the baddest ninja in all of Naruto. Sasuke is a huge fan favorite, so creating a Pokemon line to fit those shoes is definitely a tough challenge. Shout out again to the artist thepanio for this amazing design. It's supposed to reflect his affinity with snakes like in the series, but also has elements of birds to help tie in the crows and ravens from Sasuke's brother Itachi. But anyway, his stats make it one of the strongest first stage starters out of the bunch, and its abilities are neither here nor there. But that all changes once your Sawsnake reaches level 16, because that's when it evolves into Saswing, the dark flying type winged serpent Pokemon. And man, does this thing look like it could mess you up. Not only is it one of the fastest second stage starter Pokemon, don't believe me, just look at that speed stat. Yeah, insane. But it also picks up the new ability Intimidate, which honestly fits with its menacing gaze. Speaking of gaze, I love the Sharingan detail in its eye. Truly peak design. Oh, and it's shiny? Look at that Renegon. It's pretty amazing. But once you level up your Saswing to level 35, it'll evolve into Sasraven, the dark flying type Storm Raven Pokemon, who has a really interesting hidden ability. Now dropping Infiltrator, it picks up Static as a nod to Sasuke's Chidori. Sasraven's stats are insanely fast and pretty offensive, with moves like Darkest Lariat, Hurricane, and so much more, which is why this starter Pokemon is one of the hardest Naruto-inspired Pokemon starters to raise for new trainers. That and for its Mega form. Meet Mega Sasraven, the dark flying type with the ability Lightning Rod, which gives it an immunity to electric types, which was once its weakness. And now it pretty much just juices itself up a bit by drawing in all electric type moves. This design is probably my favorite anime-inspired Mega Pokemon design, and I've done my fair share of videos on them. But what do you guys think? Let me know which starter you're picking in the comments down below. And speaking of other anime-inspired Pokemon videos, check out one of these videos here next. Trust me, you won't be disappointed.